Happy Sunday. How is everybody doing? I hope all is well. Welcome in, Trouble Inc., Sweet Ree. Welcome in, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope all is well. Let's see here to make sure. Okay. Just checking some things here. Welcome in, everybody. I hope everything is well in your corner of the world. It is in the low 90s temperature right now in my corner. If you are in a warmer climate, please stay hydrated. Please wear your sunscreen. If you go out, wear your sunscreen. So it's a bright day today. Hello, Joshua. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. It's a bright day. It's a beautiful day, but I decided to stay inside and look out the window for right now. I am going out a little later because I need to go out, but I didn't get out early today. I listened to the word online, on video, live stream, as I do any day in the week anyway. So I hope all is well with everybody, and I hope you had a great weekend. Now it's the beginning of a new week, and I pray that your week will be blessed and prosperous, and that you will do everything you need to do and have everything you need to have this coming week. Many blessings to you all. Okay, I'm not going to be here long because I know it is Sunday and this is a kind of laid back day for some. Some go to church and some go out to dinner with family and different things. So I'm not going to be before you real long. Just coming in, just was sitting thinking about some things, and as the Spirit leads, then I follow. And if something is weighing on my heart heavily to speak on, I will talk about it. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you, Sweet Ree. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to talk about privacy and we're going to talk about respect, because I just don't know. Some people just don't know what the meaning of privacy is. And I'm not talking about teenagers, y'all. I am talking about adults. I'm talking about grown folks, 50-year-old folks, 60, 70-year-old folks just don't know the meaning of privacy. And it's just nothing more than solitude or secrecy or concealing from things from others or free from disturbance, giving people their space. And then that goes along with respect, consideration of others, having consideration, y'all, and not to intrude on others. Don't just do things without an invitation, without being welcomed, without permission. And I'm mainly talking about in other people's homes and spaces, any space. And it all ties in with boundaries. And we talked about boundaries before. Hello, Gwen Michelle. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thanks to all of you, Patty Cake Crew, for coming in. I tell you, it's disgusting to me to just hear of some things and witness some things when it comes to people privacy. And I'm going to tell you a little story about privacy and people just intruding on other people's space and no limits, no boundaries, disrespectful, no nothing. Um, a friend told me years ago, well, first I'm going to say this. Videoing, taking pictures, and all of this is just, these things have become first place. People don't get permission. You know, they're taking pictures in folks' private space. I mean, in people's houses, videoing. You don't do that. What do I look like going over to Sweet Reed's home and just walking in her door and just videoing her whole house? Through every room that I go in, I'm just video. That's an intrusion of their privacy, their personal space. You have not asked permission to do it. You just be doing stuff. Nobody welcomed you to do that. And it's some things you don't even have to ask. I wouldn't go to Gwen Michelle's home and even ask her, can I take a video inside your house? I have better sense than that. And it's respect. It's called respect, y'all. Some things you don't have to ask people. You just know because of having common sense, having wisdom. Even if it's your family, I mean, if it's okay with your family, y'all are having a gathering, and it's okay to do this, say with your adult child, your sibling, your parents, or whatever, that's one thing. But to go into just a friend's home or being a guest in somebody's home and just start going through that person's home, just videoing, just snapping pictures, just videoing all through that. This happened to a friend of mine. She told me that her husband's sister and some more of his family came to visit them. And they had a nice home. And the sister was going through every room videoing. Now, my friend didn't like it. I said, well, what did you say? She said, I didn't say anything to her. She said, my house was clean. She doesn't live where I live, so I just didn't say anything. She said, I assumed she was videoing so she could go back and show the other members of the family when she got back to the state she was from. I said, but still, she said, so I didn't say nothing. Said she was trying to do it without me seeing it. She said, I just turned my head like I didn't see her. That is not good. That is, you just don't do things like that, going all through people's houses, videoing their entire home. Some people may open their homes up to everybody, to the world. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. No criticisms here. Everybody's different. But you just don't go and just be videoing in people's homes without asking their permission. And I say I wouldn't even ask anybody's permission to be all outside their home videoing and all inside their home videoing. That's an invasion of privacy to me. Hi Frank, welcome in. I have seen people videoing people on the street with the homeless. Yes, I have seen it too, Frank. Hi Bunny Rose, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Thank you all. I think it's just a matter of respect. It's just a matter of respect. Don't even take pictures of people if they don't want you to. Now, there may be some situations out here, things going on, and people need to know. You may take pictures behind their back or something like that to show something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going into a person's personal home, videoing, unknowing to them, and not even getting permission. Like my friend did not like it, but she didn't say anything. And I guess she didn't say anything because it was her husband's sister, but she didn't like it. So if we want to video and we got the nerve to ask somebody to video inside their homes, well, go on and ask them before you do it. And that's all I have to say about that. It's just, a matter of respect, in my personal opinion. Hi, Simple Meals. How are you doing? Welcome in. I don't think I've seen you before, but I want to welcome everyone that it may be your first time here or your second time. But if you're a regular, you already know you're welcome. And everybody coming in here with the right intent, the right purpose and reason, you're welcome. But please don't come in trolling just to be coming in, whatever. I have been seeing some different content creators, and I have been noticing some certain things. Now, it gets to be really bad when you're all in people's personal places in their homes, like their bathroom. That is a private place, and you're videoing in somebody else's home. I'm not gonna even video in your living room. If I go to a gathering, if it's a private gathering, I'm not gonna be inside your home. Now, if we're in a public place, we're a public building, that's a different thing. But I'm talking about private homes, private spaces. Let's have some limits, folks. Let's be mindful of what we're doing. Don't just lose your mind trying to get content and you don't care where you get it, whoever homes you may be in, you just turn on the camera on your phone and just start videoing, because everybody don't want their homes videoed inside or outside. Some places, some spaces you want to keep private. Some people may show their bedrooms, some may not want to show their full bedrooms. It's a matter of your personal preference, but don't be a guest in somebody's home or a visitor and just start turning on your camera showing somebody's whole inside house. Let them do that. If they choose to do so, that's fine, but don't you do it. Hi, J3 Farm. How are you doing? Busy Bee, how are you doing? Thank you all for coming. Happy to have each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. So that's just a little pet peeve of mine, being private when it comes to other people's spaces and other people's belongings. Don't just take over people's property. Have respect for everybody's property. Have respect. Have some manners, some etiquette, some home training about things. Even I see these old folks not having any manners. I don't know where they came from. I just don't know. And they're right here in the South. Old people, 60 and 70-year-old people in the grocery store, reaching right in your face, right over you, and never say, "Excuse me." I'm shocked. Really. I'm not talking about teenagers. I am talking about elders. What did you teach your children or the children around you? If you're doing that, I can see why children don't have respect, because the elders don't have respect. Hey, Miss K, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. Hi, Matthew Whittington. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to you all for being here. So, I tell you, I just don't know. I'm going to say like my mother-in-law said one time, and it was so funny. She was very elderly, very old. Let me tell you this story. And we were trying to get her to go to the doctor. And so my husband and I just talking to her. She got dressed, but when she came out of the bedroom, and at the time she was staying with us, She lived with us for about 4 months, and we were trying to take her to the doctor. She was 90s, in her 90s at the time. And we were trying to take her to the doctor, and she didn't want to go. So she got to the living room and she sat down in a chair, and we talked, we prayed about it. We talked to her. We talked to her. So my younger daughter came in and she was asking her, Mama, why you don't want to go to the doctor? So my daughter, because she had been taught to do so, and she was, I don't know if she was junior high school or what, but she began praying for her grandma. And so my mother-in-law looked up at her, and she looked at me, and she looked at my husband. She said, I see why the child don't have no sins, because the mom and the daddy don't have no sins. We laughed about that, and I think about that even now. She did not want to go to that doctor, and she said, so I said that to say, I see why the children act the way they do, because they see the parents act in a certain kind of way. So that was funny. We didn't take offense to it. We didn't get mad. We just, we just laughed about it because she was so old. How could you get mad with her? That was her thoughts. And, when people get to be a certain age, they just say whatever. Okay, let me see what the comments are saying here. You can't do what you want in others' space and play. That's right, you can't. I mean, it's a thing called respect, right, Busy Bee? And Joshua said, that's so disrespectful for people who got attitude bad. They don't know they don't know how to behave right. Simple Mills said, that's a shame. Some old folks be ratchet. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Gwen. You're right. Hi, Bud Files. How are you? Nothing which is why there are so many problems in our society. Exactly right, Busy Bee. They act ghetto these days. They do, Joshua. Real ratchet, Frank. You're right, Gwen, Michelle, and Frank. My mom, laugh out loud, my mom, Frank. I be tickled. Ratchet is so horrible, Joshua says. It is. Yeah, but, it's just respect for people, personal homes, because I know it was totally wrong for my friend's sister-in-law to come there and then thought she was sneaking and doing it. And she said, I turned my head. I didn't even let her know I saw her. She thought she was doing it secretly, and never said a word. She said, I never said anything to her. But that is just too bad. If you want to film in somebody's personal home, ask them. Have enough respect about yourself to ask if you mind me doing this. But I wouldn't even go to a friend's house. I may ask my mama, or somebody, but a family member. But I wouldn't ask a friend, do you mind? Because sometimes people don't want to say no. So I just rather not get into it. I just rather not even ask. Joshua said, Ratchet loves fight, brawls, and bad words. That's why I don't like it. Too tough. It's just like Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkes. Joshua. Titsy, how are you doing? Happy weekend to you. Thank you for listening from the bushes. I appreciate you. Just chopping it up a little bit about privacy and having respect for others. That's all it's about. Today is just brings me back to the point of boundaries. And I did speak on boundaries not so long ago. Having boundaries, setting limits. You don't have to let people set boundaries for you. Set boundaries for yourself. You know, just don't go somewhere and just take over. And I have seen it happen. And I've seen it on the tube. Certain content creators that I've watched, you know, and I see how they go into friends' homes and just like, because somebody say you're welcome, it doesn't mean that that's not a takeover. Somebody's just extending their hospitality, but it doesn't mean you got this takeover Jezebel spirit to just think, well, because that person said it, I can do anything I want here. No, that's still that person's home. You can't just do anything you want in somebody else's house or somebody else's space, you know. So I don't know. It's the society I believe that we live in. But as I said, it's not just the young people. Hi, Planter Garden TV. Good morning to you. Happy to see you. Welcome in. And Frank says that is why you can't let everybody in your house on and off. Exactly right, Frank. And as I say, for social media, some people we do form friendships with. You know, we may talk to behind the scenes. We may get to know them a little better than just online. But people that you have never even spoken to on the phone, you just see them on these social media platforms, you really don't know these people. You really don't know. And you cannot invite any and everybody in your homes that you meet on social media because you do not know these people. Now, if you form a meaningful relationship and you all have things in common, that's one thing. But just everybody that you speak to on social media, you don't know anybody like that. You got to be able to talk to people or meet people outside of YT or Facebook or whatever. Trying to see the comments. Because hey Tamika, how are you doing? Welcome in. Because I tell you, some of these people will take over. I mean, they don't care. And everybody has been raised differently. And the way I think is differently from the way somebody else thinks. Because remember now, we're all individuals and we don't think alike. What I may accept, another person may not accept. So you have to get to know people, know their values, know how they feel about certain things, what they stand for. You just can't grab up people because some of these people that I see is a whole trip. I mean, it turned into a vacation. Some of these folks and some of this stuff that I see and hear on social media, not just YT, because I see people on Facebook and other outlets as well. No way, I don't want nobody to come to my house with nasty attitude vibes. I want in peace. They don't know me. Yes, Joshua, you want to be peaceful. You don't want the bad vibes around. That's right. And Simple Meals says, you all have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, and you have a wonderful Sunday too. And Planter Garden, and thank you for coming, Simple Meals. And Planter Garden says, truth. Yeah, you have to be able to hold your own. Thank you for the love, for the hearts. Hey Dan, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for the love, everybody that's giving the love. But that's all I wanted to talk to because it was on my mind, something that I had seen recently that was quite disturbing, and I saw it on social media, and it just came down to no respect for a person's home, not respecting their privacy, just bogarting, manipulating, and just taking over. I have seen some creators like that, not just one, but I have seen more than one just step up and just like they take control. That's that manipulation, that's that bullying. All of those spirits are not good. I am type of person, if you don't ask to video in house, it will be a big problem. I will say something to them about it. Yes, I would too, Frank. I would too. My friend didn't say anything. I guess she was trying to keep everything peaceful in her home. I think she spoke to her husband about it after they had left, but she didn't create a scene and then, like she said, they were not from where we live. They were from another state. So she felt that she wanted to take the video back and show the rest of the family the house because her brother and my friend had not been married too long. So she felt she wanted to show the family the house. But she could have asked, do you mind if I video? But I guess that's too much like right. And my friend probably would have said it was okay, you know, but she didn't do it that way. So Gwen says, nothing surprises me concerning social media anymore. So many unpaid actors. Right. You're right. And some people are just doing anything and everything just for views, just for clicks, just for a check. But I would not do just anything just for a check or just for clicks. If I don't have but 300 people or 1,000 people or even just 3,000, because that's not big, I'm not going to just do, and they say everything is content, and I do believe that to a certain degree, but when it comes to not respecting another person's space or privacy, then that is not content because you are not, nobody told you you could do that. You do not have permission. So that other people's privacy would not be content. But anything in the public or anything at your home, that is content. So also strangers don't need to know what you have inside your house. That draws attention to the wrong type of folk. Yes, Tixie, I agree. It does. And my husband used to always say, don't draw attention to yourselves. Don't draw attention to the house. Don't get out in the yard talking loud, making a fuss about anything. Don't draw attention to yourselves. And you're right, because some people are trolling on here. Some people have ill intent. They're looking, and people can find out where you live. They can find out, they know how to tap into and hack into devices and different things, and they can find you. So you don't want everybody and anybody out there, lottie dottie, everybody. You don't want them tapping into where you live, what street you live on, and all these things, because everybody is not here for the right reason. There are a lot of ill intent out here, ill intentions, should I say, out here in these streets. So we have to be mindful. We have to be careful. Yes, it's social media, but we have to be careful. Even going to a place alone and filming and letting people know where you are in real time, that is not cool, because people will find you don't know where people are watching you from. Somebody could be watching you from the very city that you're in at the time. So it's not good to let people know in real time your whereabouts, unless you're with a crowd. If you're with more than one person, that's different. Hey, Wanda, Louisiana, how are you doing? Welcome in. Glad to have you. They won't wish people bad spirit. God will deal with them. Yes, God will deal with them. But we also have to have some wisdom and some common sense, some mother wit, as my mama would say. Gotta have some mother wit. That's just some common sense, is all it is. Wisdom. So, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm good, Wanda. I'm doing very well. Just sitting here talking about privacy and respect. Hey, Miss T with the T, how are you doing? Welcome in. So happy to see you. Getting ready to go to baby shower. Okay, you're going to a baby shower, Wanda. Okay. Be careful going out in that heat, Wanda. It's hot. It's in the low 90s here right now. And I know it's hot where you are as well. I know it's hot down there. Yeah. So happy to see all of you. But that is about it for today. Just a little bit about privacy and respect and knowing your limitations, your boundaries, and all of this. Let's just be careful out here. Um, be careful. Just be careful. Don't break yourself out here in these YT streets. And I thank you all. And I am about to get out of here now. And for those of you who will watch the replay, thank you so much. For those of you who may be watching from the watchtower or the woods or the bushes in the background, I appreciate you as well. Please make comments after the video if you can. I appreciate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate all of your presence here. Thank you so much. And you all have a great and wonderful first day of the week. Stay hydrated in these hot climates and keep that sunscreen on as well. No matter how light you are or how dark you are, all skin burns. So stay with the sunscreen and stay hydrated. And I will talk to you easy breezy, lemon squeezy, Gwen Michelle. I will talk to all of you later. Take care of yourself. Tamika Davis, take care of everybody. Thank you all for the love, for the support. And I will talk to you on the next video. Have a great day.